Good morning, Jenny, my youngest. How are you this morning? I'm fine, thank you. What can I do for you?
You could get me another room. The paint smell in mine is terrible.
And the paint is finished in Jenny's room yet, Mr. Kelly?
Oh, they put the undercoat on, but they reckon it's going to take 3 days to dry.
Yeah, and it stinks. Why did you have to get my room painted anyway, Dad?
Well, Jenny, I seem to remember somebody making chocolate milkshakes in there and forgetting to put the lid on the blender. Do you remember that, Jenny?
Yeah, but I said I'm sorry. Anyway, the smell in there is making me sick.
Oh, look, Jenny,
Hang
I
on,
don't
Mr.
know.
Kelly. There's a simple solution to this. Why not let Jenny move into Simon's room?
Oh, yeah, and where do I go?
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? You move in with your father.
I like it so far, Nudge.
Forget it.
Oh, go on, Dad, it'd be fun. We could be bunkies. We could have spinning competitions and tell dirty stories. Just us guys together.
Yes, just us guys together and your socks. I am not sharing with them.
Well, how about Simon shares with me?
Forget it.
How about Mr. Kelly shares with me?
Forget it.
And how about Debbie shares
Forget it.
I was going to say, how about Debbie shares with Jenny?
Nudge, that is what I was going to say in the first place.
Oh, yeah, of course you were. I mean, everyone knows how easy it is to have a good idea once someone else has suggested it.
Oh, shut up. Now, listen, I think that is the best arrangement.
Forget it. Doesn't sound like a good arrangement to me. I'm not sharing with Jenny.
Yeah, well, what makes you think I'd want to share with you? You snore anyway, everyone knows that.
I do not.
Well, look, a little bit of snoring never hurt anyone.
I don't snore.
I don't know about that, Mr. Kelly. I had an uncle who died from snoring once.
We could hardly die from it twice, could he?
Nudge, how on earth could anyone die from snoring?
He choked and was on his back, snoring with his mouth wide open. Something choked him.
It's terrible. What choked him?
My aunt.
Typical. Oh, that'd be right. 40 minutes late, and now she forgets her keys. So I've got to get up and let her in. All right, come on in, get to work. And where the hell have you been? You should have been here 40 minutes ago.
I was in the cab. I came as fast as I could.
Mum, it's you. Mum, what are you doing here? You're not Betty.
Can't you greet your mother properly when she comes to visit?
Oh, Mum, don't
I
start.
walked through the door expecting a warm and loving welcome, and what do I get? What are you doing here?
Mum.
Oh, I bet if I went to stay with your brother, he'd be delighted.
Mum, I don't have a brother. I'm the only one you had, remember?
Yes, well, they say only children are always spoiled and selfish. I suppose it's my own fault. I should have had more. Then I'd have a place to stay.
Mum, I'm delighted you've come to stay.
Oh, darling, are you? That's lovely. Get my bags.
No, I'm not.
You're not what?
I'm not delighted. Sorry, you can't stay.
Martin!
Mum, I love you dearly, but we haven't got the room. Bye.
I can stay in Jenny's room.
No, you can't. Nobody could stay in Jenny's room.
Come on, she's not that bad.
No. Mum, the room has been half painted and it reeks of fumes.
Oh, well, I'll move in with Debbie.
But Jenny's in there.
Well, then I'll move in with both of them. It'll be fun. All girls together. They'll love it.
Well, it might be all girls together, but they won't love it.
Grandma!
When did you arrive?
Simon, oh, my favourite grandson. Oh, let me look at you. Are you getting more handsome every day?
Well, yeah.
Simon, will you get Grandma's bags and put them in Deb's room, please?
Dad, Jenny's already in Deb's room, remember?
Yes, I know.
But you can't put Deb and Grandma in the one room. They'll kill each other.
Just do it.
Oh, OK, but don't say I didn't warn you.
Now, Mum, what brings you here?
Well, it was rather lonely at my place with Gordon away, and I wanted some company. I wanted to be surrounded by my loving family.
So what brings you here?
Don't be cynical, Martin. All you get is a little furrow between your eyebrows. Makes you look shifty. Where's Peggy? She's not in yet.
Mum, it is not Peggy, it's Betty.
Oh, that's good. You've got rid of that other one at last. It's about time.
No, Mum, look, I haven't got...
Honey, I'm sorry. I'm like Mr. Kelly, and I know I'm really, really late, so I'm really, really sorry to make up for it.
It's her.
It's who?
You.
Well, were you expecting someone else?
You said she was fired.
Mum,
Mr. Kelly! I must protest. If you're going to fire me willy-nilly, then I think you should at least do me the courtesy of letting me know.
Betty, I haven't fired you.
You said she was fired.
No, you said she was fired.
Oh, then, Mr. Kelly, I really must protest. What right does your mother have to fire me?
She hasn't fired you, you great hamhead.
Well, then who has?
Nobody has.
Well, if you do decide to find me, I wish you'd let me know. Otherwise, it just doesn't make sense, does it?
What doesn't?
Well, firing somebody and when you haven't told them they're fired. I mean, that way the firee keeps turning up for work, don't I?
Betty!
I mean, sometimes I think it's just as well I'm here to explain things to Mr. Kelly.
Is that so?
Yeah. I mean, he seems to have trouble understanding the simplest things. You didn't drop him on his hip when he was a baby, did you?
Of course not.
Oh, maybe you should have.
Betty, one more word from you, and you will be fired, and you will be the first to know about it.
Oh.
Now, listen, why are you late? I'm sure you have some reason.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Kelly, but I couldn't hardly leave Ruth, though, could I, though, but...
What did she say?
She said she couldn't hardly leave Ruth, though, could she, though, but...
What does that mean exactly?
No one knows.
Who is this Ruth person?
Oh, she's a lollipop lady on the corner. I couldn't hardly leave her.
Well, why couldn't you hardly leave her? What was wrong with her?
Well, see, she didn't make banana sandwiches for her lunch. She made peanut butter ones.
Oh, I see.
You do?
And it's Thursday?
Yes, of course it is.
Martin, I don't understand anything.
Believe me, Mum, this is going to get a lot worse before it gets better. OK, carry on, Betty.
Well, and she had to leave for work without them because she couldn't find them.
Why not?
Well, because she made them on Monday. She makes all week sandwiches on Monday.
Of course she does.
Yeah, but because these ones weren't banana ones, she couldn't find them this morning.
Ah, of course she couldn't.
Because usually it only takes a few seconds. I mean, there's nothing easier to find than a 3-day-old banana sandwich, is there?
I should imagine not.
So, anyway, to cut a long story short... When I arrived, I had to mind the lollipop for her and direct the traffic while she went home to look for a sandwich.
Oh, and it took her a long time, and that's why you're so late.
No. I'm so late because of the cement truck.
What did it do?
It ran over my foot while I was lollipopping. So, I could only walk really, really slowly, and that's why I'm really, really late, and I'm really, really sorry.
Really?
Really.
Really?
They're all going to fit in my room. It's not made for 3 people.
Oh, nonsense, girl. You don't have any pioneering spirit. Why, when I was tramping in the Himalayas, we fitted 14 people in a tent smaller than your room.
Were you in it, Grandma?
Oh, of course not. It was only for the guides. But it's simply a matter of utilising the available space properly.
Is that so?
Still, I've attended to that.
Could you tell me how?
Well, I've had Simon and Sludge take your bed out of your room. What? Well, it won't fit. And we only need 3 mattresses. Be like camping out, won't it, Jen?
Yeah, and we can tell dirty jokes and have spitting competitions.
Do we have to?
Yeah, that's what people do when they're bunkies. Except Dev, of course.
Oh, Deborah doesn't do that.
Nah, she can't. She can't even spit properly. She just sort of dribbles it down her chin. You should see her.
I can hardly wait.
Hang on a minute. What are you two doing?
Oh, we're getting Camp Grandma ready.
Oh, it's really exhausting. These mattresses are really heavy to move around. There's nothing to hang on to, and they sort of flop when you try to move them.
Is that so?
Oh, yeah, no wonder most people prefer to rest on them.
Oh, I'll go put the rest of the bed in the garage until Grandma's gone.
Hang on a minute. What's this? That's that old lumpy mattress that Grandma always uses.
Yeah, well, Simon says it makes her feel like she's back in the Himalayas.
But it's right next to the window.
Yeah, well, that's where she said she wanted it.
No way! That's where I sleep. Come on, let's move it back over there.
Oh, Dad.
Go on, get on with it. And don't tread on that one with your big grubby feet.
Sorry.
Right, now I'll hold this one. Get mine and put it over near the window. Not that one, that's Jenny's. It's probably full of lizards. That one. Pick it up and put it over there.
Dad.
Go on, get on with it.
Sludge, what's going on here?
Well, you see, Simon's grandma,
What are
it's
you
like...
doing?
Are you familiar with the term rupture, Simon's girl?
I'm sorry, Grandma, but I have to sleep by the window.
Well, I'm sorry too, dear, but I sleep by the window because I have the fresh air. Now, Sludge, move that mattress.
I'm sorry, Grandma, but I sleep here because I like to wake with the first rays of the sun.
You? Move it, Sludge.
That's right. Leave it, Nudge.
Deborah, the way this room faces, the sun won't come through that window until well after 10.
Oh, that sounds good to me.
Sludge, move it.
Nudge, leave it.
Hang on a minute. Time out here.
What's the matter?
Are you two going to be arguing over this for a while yet?
Well, I'd say so, wouldn't you, Grandma?
Yes, dear, I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
Good. Well, in that case, wake me when you've got a winner.
That woman is going to drive me crazy.
Is that so?
I wonder if we could get Nudge's aunt to come over and strangle her.
Don't tell me you're talking about our dear, sweet grandma. I got another one.
What are you doing?
Rubik's clock. I've been trying to get it out for 2 weeks now. I've only got 3 more clocks to go.
Simon, what am I going to do about Grandma?
Ignore her. That's what I do.
It's easy for you. You don't have to share a room with her. I mean, all she ever says to you is, "My, aren't you getting more handsome every day?"
Well, we must face facts. I am.
Simon, I need help here. I mean, you know how bad Grandma can be.
Well, you could always drive her mad.
I'm mad. How?
Well, have you ever noticed how Grandma has a slight tendency to get involved in other people's lives?
Yeah, I have noticed a bit of that.
Well, why not get friendly with her?
Get friendly with her? Simon, are you missing the point here? I don't want her as a buddy. I want her wiped out.
Get friendly with her, swear her to secrecy, and tell her some outrageous story about yourself.
So that she would
Would be dying to tell Dad, but wouldn't be able to and drive her mad.
She'd probably burst. I love it. Simon, you're a genius.
Yeah. Well, one day you can do me a favour.
I've already done it.
Yeah, what have you done for me?
Stupid puzzle. I finished it.
So you have.
Hi, Grandma. You need a hand?
Oh, hi, Deb. No, nearly finished.
Oh, maybe I can make you a cup of coffee.
What were you thinking of putting in it?
What are you talking about?
I thought you were angry with me for taking the bed near the window.
Oh, that? No, forgotten already.
So you're not angry with me anymore?
No. In fact, it's quite nice to have another woman around the house for a change.
Oh, but, you've got Peggy.
No.
No.
I mean, you know how it is. Sometimes you need to talk to another woman about things.
Oh.
Yeah, and Simon and Dad are okay, I suppose. It's just that, well, I don't really understand how a woman feels about things. Like you would.
Deborah, are you trying to tell me something?
Yes, Grandma, I've been dying to talk to someone about this. It's just so wonderful.
Well, it sounds exciting. Come on, let's go and sit down.
Dad's not around, is he?
No, he's gone to an early meeting. It's just you and me here.
Good. It's just I don't want Dad to know about this yet. I mean, you're going to have to swear not to tell him.
Oh, well, if you've done something terrible, Deborah, I can't promise not to tell your father.
Oh, no, it's not terrible. It's wonderful. In fact, I haven't even done it yet.
Oh, I promise.
Do you swear it?
Grandma's honour. Now, what is it?
Well, I'm getting married.
Married? But you're only 17, Deb.
Yeah, isn't it wonderful? I mean, most girls would have to wait years before they could get married.
But you're too young.
Well, that's what I thought, but then Nigel said...
Nigel who?
Well, Nigel's the boy I'm marrying. Well, he's more like a man, actually.
Oh, how old is he?
35. He said that in his tribe, the girls are usually married by the age of 13.
Try. Where does he come from exactly?
Well, I'm not quite sure exactly. It's one of those new African countries I can never remember.
African. Does that mean he's coloured?
Oh, no, of course not.
Oh, less.
He's black.
Black.
Black as your hat. He's gorgeous. Isn't this exciting?
Wasn't the word I had in mind.
Of course, his parents will have to officially approve me. You know, they're very big on arranged marriages over there.
Maybe they'll disapprove.
No, they've met me already and they like me. I mean, do you have any idea how many pigs I'm worth? Grandma, you have no idea how excited I am to be able to share this with someone.
Deb, are you sure you're not making a mistake?
No, I mean, Nigel is a sort of a prince among his tribe. I mean, he's promised me that no matter how many wives he has, I'll always be his favourite.
Oh, my God.
Now, the only problem is, how do I break the news to Dad?
I was wondering exactly the same thing. Oh, Martin's not back yet.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Kelly. No, he's out for the afternoon.
Oh, don't let me stop you. Go on with what you're doing. What exactly are you doing?
I'm typing a letter.
I suppose it'll be a race against old age to finish it. Look, Peggy.
Betty.
What about her?
I'm her.
Oh, well, nevertheless, I'm going to have to tell Martin. That's all there is to it.
He already knows.
He knows.
Yeah, he knows I'm not Peggy.
It's not about that. It's about Debbie.
Boy, she's not Peggy either.
I know that. It's about this terrible secret that Debbie has told me. And I've promised not to tell Martin, but I feel I must.
Well, why not tell me then?
What?
Well, you tell me, and then I'll tell Mr. Kelly. I mean, you didn't promise not to tell me, and I didn't promise not to tell him.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, what makes you say that?
Force of habit, I suppose. Actually, it's not ridiculous at all, is it?
No. So, tell me.
Debbie's getting married.
She is?
To a black African prince. He's 35 and it's an arranged marriage. So there, what do you think of that?
Oh, isn't it wonderful? Isn't it romantic?
No, it's not wonderful and it's not romantic. It's terrible.
Oh, well, that was going to be my third choice.
Hi, Betty.
Oh, hi, Nudge.
Simon home?
No, he's got a couple of days' work at the supermarket.
Oh,
Oh, Nudge, have you heard about Debbie's arrangement?
Heard about it? I did it for her. Nearly wore myself out.
You arranged it? But she's got a black prince.
Oh, well, she won't get anything for it. That's a myth.
What is?
Black princes. I had one once. Tried to sell it to the chemist for 50 cents, but they don't buy them anymore.
But I don't think she wants to sell him. I think she wants to marry him.
Well, that's a bit kinky, isn't it?
Right. Sit down, Martin. Peggy has something to tell you.
All right. What is it?
I'm not Peggy.
Good. Glad we got that settled.
Sit down. Tell him about the other thing.
Oh, all right.
Get on with it.
Right, okay. See, Nudge arranged for Debbie to get married to a black prince because he couldn't sell him to the chemist. And they're gonna live in darkest Africa.
I didn't do any of that. All I did was move the mattresses.
This is what you wanted me to hear. My daughter is marrying a cicada.
No idea what she's talking about.
Betty, where did you hear all this?
Well, your mother told me.
I told you Debbie was getting married to an African and he was 35.
Mum, why did you tell Betty anything? By now, this crazy story is going to be over the entire neighbourhood.
Oh, Mr. Kelly, I resent that. I didn't tell a living soul.
Hey, have you heard the news? Debbie's getting married to the King of Africa, and they're going to live in his tent and raise cicadas.
Oh, maybe I told one or two living souls.
Now, let's get this settled once and for all.
Oh, hello, everyone. What's going on?
Debbie's being court-martialed.
Right, Simon, be quiet. If you're going to stay, sit down and don't interrupt. Now, Deborah, I know my mother can be a totally maddening nuisance.
Here.
Just a minute, Mum. And I know she's an irritating, interfering pain in the neck. And nobody knows more than I that you can drive a normal person to the point of screaming insanity within the space of a few minutes.
Martin, could we cut short this litany of praise?
Mum, I'm on your side here.
Oh, you wouldn't know it.
Shut up. Now, Deborah, what on earth made you tell Mum this ridiculous story?
Simon made me do it.
Dad, I had nothing
Hang on a
to do
minute,
with
Simon, hang on. Nice try, Deborah. Now, the truth.
Well, I was angry at Grandma.
At me? What did I do?
Well, she took over and started organising everything to suit herself, and she was driving me crazy.
She's your grandmother. She's supposed to drive you crazy.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Dad.
No, not to me, to your grandmother.
I'm sorry, Grandma.
Oh, well, apology accepted. I could never hold a grudge.
Fine. Deborah, grounded for 3 weeks.
3 weeks, Dad?
3 weeks and rising if you say any more.
Boy, talk about the hanging judge.
Shut up. Now, go. You too.
Well, I better be going too, Mr. Kelly. Bye-bye.
Bye, Betty. See you tomorrow.
Martin, you don't think you were a bit too harsh on Debbie?
Mum.
Oh, I mean, after all, it was funny, really. I suppose I did deserve it.
You did?
No, I didn't.
Mum, Deb asked for it. Let's face it, she's self-willed, determined to get her own way, and she's as stubborn as a mule.
Yes, but I can't help liking her. She reminds me of someone.
Yeah, who?
Me.
The show is recorded in front of a live audience. Hey Dad is a Gary Riley production for the Australian Television Network. No, not now, Deb. I haven't got time. I've got an urgent job to get out. I've got this quote to submit, and I still haven't found an interior decorator.
Hey, Mr. Kelly, do you know anything about native trees?
Yes, Nudge, the gum tree is the most successful tree in Australia.
Yeah?
Yep, it's got branches everywhere. Sometimes I kill myself.
Go ahead.
Now, Nudge, what's this business about trees?
Well, I've got an exam on at the golf club, and I don't know anyone who knows anything about trees, except my dad's great-uncle Perce.
Well, what was his connection with trees?
They hung him from one.
Nudge, did you say something about an exam?
Yeah, if I pass, I'll be promoted.
And what will you be if you fail?
Unemployed.
Oh, Nudge, I'm sorry, but trees aren't exactly my specialty.
Yeah, well, I got this book here, but I just can't seem to get it into my head.
Well, it's pretty thick.
Yeah, that's what everyone says.
Look, Nudge, I haven't got time for this, and if I have any more interruptions...
I'm sorry I'm late, Mr. Kelly.
All right, Betty, what is the matter? I see.
What's the problem, Dad?
Didn't you hear what she said? She said...
Oh, has anyone got a hanky?
Yeah.
Can't stand seeing women cry.
Daddy, what's the matter? It's Stan. First he puts a ring on my finger and now he wants to break it off.
When did he say this?
Well, he did didn't exactly tell me, but this morning I got this unanimous letter.
You mean anonymous?
No, I agree with it.
That's terrible, an anonymous letter.
Yeah, from Brenda Bullwinkle.
Just a minute. If it's an anonymous letter, how do you know it's from Brenda Bullwinkle?
Because it's on her personalised stationery that I gave her for Christmas.
Betty, what did it say?
Well, you read it.
Dear Betty, I think you ought to know that you're betrothed.
That's Stan.
Thank you. You're seeing another woman, Gloria Morton.
Oh, of all people! That hussy's old flame, Gloria Morton.
You know her?
She breeds Angora goats.
Why couldn't she have children like normal people?
To think that I gave him the best years of my life.
Must have been a short romance.
Come on, Betty, there's probably nothing to this. It's probably just this Brenda Winkle spreading gossip.
Bull.
All right, spreading bull.
Bullwinkle.
Well, whatever. I mean, you've never caught Stan being unfaithful before, have you?
No, but I did catch him once gazing lovingly into Myrtle's eyes and telling her she was his favourite.
What did Myrtle say?
Moo.
Look, Betty, I'm sure this is very important and extremely painful for you, but I'm absolutely flat out. And apart from anything else, I have to find an interior decorator.
Oh, listen, Dad, I've been thinking about that. I reckon I've solved your problem.
Yeah, great. Who?
Ta-da!
Ta-da, Debbie.
No, Dad, the person I had in mind was moi.
Who, moi?
Me, moi.
Oh, no, not Vu.
Well, why not?
Because Vu don't have no experience.
I do so. Remember that two-storey house I completely redecorated?
What two-storey house?
My doll's house.
Deborah, you were 3 years old and you painted it with jelly and custard.
Well, it was all in good taste. Oh, look at it like that. Give me a break.
Oh, no, look, I'd really like to, darling, but this is a very important job and I can't take a chance on somebody that doesn't have any experience.
Okay.
Mr. Kelly.
No, go away. Leave me alone. Listen, if I have any more interruptions...
Hey, everyone! Great news! I've got a date with Melanie Tuttle. Can you believe it? After 6 months of negotiations, we're finally going out.
Well, I've been telling you all along, mate. Melanie's mad about you.
Yeah, well, it helps to have something in common.
Please, please.
Oh, Dad, just one thing. Tonight, on this date, I thought you ought to know. I'm taking Melanie out in a terrific, bright, gleaming car.
Whose?
Yours, Could give it a rubber?
I'll rub you up with a brick in a minute. Now, listen, you're all driving me mad. You're going on about the car, you're blathering about trees, you're just blathering and you're encouraging it. Now, come on, get everybody out.
Good morning.
Yes, what do you want? Oh, Jeanette, I'm sorry. Come in.
I'm not interrupting.
No, it's all right. We're all just going to leave. Come on, everybody.
Dad,
No, come on, everybody, get out of here. Go, be gone. Raus, mach schnell. No, not you. You can stay. So, what can I do for you?
Well, I'm planning some extensions for my house, and I wondered, would you draw up the plans for me?
Yes, I'd love to.
No favours, I'll pay you, of course.
Oh, of course. Oh, thank you, Betty.
It's all right, Mr. Kelly.
Oh, Betty had some very distressing news this morning.
Yes. My betrothed boyfriend, Stan, whom I've known and loved for 5 years and who has a farm back in Walgett, which is where I come from, but where I'm never going back to, has been seeing this woman who breeds Angora goats, and I got a unanimous letter this morning from a friend of mine, and now I've got a broken heart. But I don't want to talk about it.
Thank you, Betty. Now, about these extensions, what did you have in mind?
Oh, I want to build myself a little studio, lots of natural light.
Oh, you're going to try your hand at art?
Well, I want to get my hand back in, actually. Before I was married, I was an interior decorator.
Did you say an interior decorator?
Yes, I was with Parkinson Armstrong.
Wow, you must have been good.
Oh, I did a lot of stuff for the National Trust.
You might be the answer to my prayers. How long since you've done it?
Well, certainly not since my husband died. It didn't take me long to pick it up again.
Oh, no, it's just a matter of practice, and I can help you there. Yeah, well, it's like riding a bike. Once you learn how to do it, you never forget. Did you want something, Deb? You remember Jeanette from down the street?
Hi, Deborah.
Hi. I pursed my left here. I have my purse here. Oh, there it is.
I think she's shy around strangers. Now, where were we?
You thought I might be the answer to your prayers.
Yes, I need an interior decorator.
You're kidding.
Yes, and this might just be my lucky day. Well, let's get down to details, shall we? We'll deal with your problem first.
I'm counting on you, Simon. You've got to help me, mate. I'll never remember the names of these trees unless you help me.
What?
Trees! Trees!
No, I'm not taking her up a tree. I'm taking her to a restaurant.
Honestly, Simon, if I don't pass this exam, I'll get the sack. And I really like working at the golf course.
Maybe I should take her to the Happy Hacienda. The food's a la carte.
Well, last time I ate there, the food tasted like a la horse.
Yeah, but it's cheap.
I know a guy took Melanie out to dinner and he reckoned she ate like a bird.
Yeah? Well, in that case, we can go to a more expensive restaurant.
I think he meant vulture.
Back to the Happy Hacienda.
Oh, come on, Simon, you've got to help me. I don't know one tree from another. I don't know my Aesculus hippocastanum from my LA Carpus reticulatus.
I've been saying that about you for years.
Couldn't you make the date another night?
Well, I could, but I don't know about Melanie. It's taken us 6 months to set up this date. It's like the clash of the titans. Melanie, the most sought-after girl in the neighborhood, and me. Maybe we should sell tickets.
I suppose when you put it that way, my future's not very important.
No. Oh, I'll tell you what. No,
Yeah?
I'll let you help me get the V-dub on the road.
Oh, great.
Oh, come on, haven't we always worked as a team?
Well,
Yeah, time and time again we've worked on that car. I hand you the spanner
and I get covered in oil.
That's what friendship's all about, mate.
I don't like it. I don't like it one little bit.
Well, tip it out and pour yourself another cup.
Not the coffee. I mean, what's going on in that office? That woman coming in here pretending she wants to see Dad, but really, oh, she's after him.
Deb, she probably finds him a highly attractive, sensual man. Runs in the family.
He's not a highly attractive, sensual man. He's Dad.
Oh, come on, Deb, you're making too much out of it.
Oh, yeah? Well, you should have heard the way they were talking. Dad reckons she's the answer to his prayers, and he's going to help her practice so she'll remember how to do it.
That's great. I must remember to use that line sometime.
Are you in favour of all this?
Yeah, you bet. I'd like to see Dad have a whirlwind romance with that lady. Right now, this minute. Then he'd whiz her off and they'd settle down and live happily ever after.
Why?
So he could be home every night I could borrow his car. Well, I gotta get going, gang. I gotta practice my Tom Cruise crooked smile.
Oh, I suppose I'll have to learn it all by myself. See how I go.
Can't my father see what he's got in that office?
Parthenocissus.
What?
It's a very attractive creeper.
Ah, spot on, Nose. That's what's in there. A creeper.
Ivy.
No, Jeanette.
Oh, I've never heard of that one before.
If he can't realise what that woman is up to, he must be some kind of a nut.
What?
Some kind of a nut.
Macadamia. Tall and dense on top.
Yeah, is that all right?
Oh, I didn't realise you were going to help me, Dad.
I mean, an affair at his age could kill him. He'll wind up in a long wooden box.
Pinus radiata. Geez, you're good at these trick questions, Deb.
Trick questions? What?
And I've got a whole section here on propagation if you're interested.
You better not come to that.
Oh, it doesn't always work, you know. You have to do it at the right time of the year. And if the borers get hold, it sometimes doesn't work at all.
Well, there we go. Now, if it all fits, that's what your studio should look like.
Martin, that's brilliant. You make my little sketch look so amateurish.
Oh, well, it's just my expertise. I just happen to be pretty good at it.
You certainly are. I'd give you 10 out of 10.
Oh, well, I'm doing it all the time, you know.
You'll have to be patient with me. I'm right out of practice.
Dad, I should remind you that you have a deadline today, those quotes.
Oh, gosh, I forgot all about them.
It's all my fault. I'm terribly sorry.
Oh, no. You know, once we got started, there was no stopping us.
Thanks so much, Martin. You'll let me know a costume?
Yep, as soon as I work it out.
Okay. Bye, Deborah. Bye.
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 That's so rude.
Hey, what about you? I just happen to be pretty good at it.
Deborah, what's going on?
I don't like what's going on with this woman.
Deborah, this is strictly business, nothing more.
Ah, I know you, Dad. You're a pushover for attractive women. That's if you can call her attractive.
Well, I happen to think Jeanette is attractive.
Ah, there, you see? You're putty in her hands.
Oh, come on, Deb.
Dad, I'm trying to stop you looking ridiculous.
Deborah, for the last time, Jeanette client, me architect.
Oh, pardon me while I laugh up my sleeve. Ha-ha! Architect, Dad.
Yes, and she knows that, and if she doesn't, I'll discuss it with her over dinner tonight.
Ha ha, she's caught you already. She's got you taking her out to dinner.
I'm not taking her out to dinner. She's invited me to her house.
You're going to her house?
For dinner!
Not dinner I'm worried about, it's dessert.
Just a minute. Aren't I supposed to say that kind of stuff to you?
Tom Cruise eat your heart out.
Well, I hope you have a good time tonight, Simon.
Ah, she will, mate, she will. And thanks for helping me get the car ready.
Just make sure you don't go anywhere more than 4 minutes away.
Why only 4 minutes?
Well, after that, the battery goes flat. Oh, make sure wherever you go from here is uphill.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's how I can roll it back. Well, I better get going. See you again.
Oh, well, lots of luck, Simon, and don't spoil your night worrying about me. No, I'll be here struggling to study my trees, knowing that I'm probably going to fail tomorrow because you weren't here to help me, but I won't want to spoil your night.
Okay, bye.
Hey, Deb, will you help me study?
Oh, I'm sorry, Nige. I wouldn't be much good to you. Oh, men. Why can't they see what women are really like?
They can in this magazine. They haven't got any clothes on.
Judy, what are you doing with a copy of Playboy?
It's not Playboy, it's Popular Mechanics.
Yeah, that's what makes it popular.
Honestly, Simon and Dad are disgusting. I mean, they're only ever interested in one thing.
Yeah, S-E-X.
What's that?
I mean, you'd think they'd been caught out in some sort of hormone storm the way they carry on. Well, I'm not going to let Dad make an idiot of himself. When he gets in tonight, I'm going to be waiting for him.
Beauty, I'll wait with you.
No, you won't. You can help Nudge study.
What can I teach Nudge?
Well, you can start with what SEX spells.
Oh, well, you don't have to, Jen. Not if you don't want to, but if you do, you can, and you don't if you don't.
Give me the book, Nudge.
All right. Now, don't be too afraid. Make them as difficult as you like.
Yeah, okay. Let's see now. What is a photocolex?
Hang on. This exam's about Australian trees, Jen.
This is an Australian tree, Nudge.
Oh, can you give me a hint?
Yes, well, it's you.
A Joe Biolchi tree. You.
No. You clip.
Clip goes the shears, boys.
It's a tree, Nudge, an Australian tree. It makes the heirloom.
A Rodney Rood tree.
No. It has a very distinctive smell.
Well, so's my old man, but he's not an Australian tree.
Eucalyptus.
No, hang on. Don't give me any more hints. I'll get it in a minute.
But I just told you, Nudge, a eucalyptus tree.
Oh, well, I won't forget that one, will I? Can I have another one?
You sure you want to go on with this, Nudge?
Yes, trees are my life.
It's going to be a short life, Nudge. I hope it's a happy one.
I think that I shall never see a poem lovely as a tree.
You'll pass this test, you really should. Because, Nudge, your head is full of wood.
Oh, thanks, Jen.
Daddy, what are you still doing here? You should have knocked off hours ago.
I'm trying to finish this specification, but it's due out today. It's taking me ages because there's just so many details.
Oh, God, how many pages?
Just the one. But I keep making mistakes because I can't concentrate. I keep thinking about Stan and that woman.
Betty, you got to stop going on like this and do something about it.
Like what?
Fight back. Show him what you got.
Yeah. What have I got?
Well, you've got, well, never mind what you've got. I mean, Stan loves you for whatever it is.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. Now, you don't want to throw that away, do you?
No.
No. Well, go back to Walgett. Throw yourself at him.
Yeah. What if I miss?
Use some of your feminine charm.
Oh.
Yeah, a bit of the old hey.
Oh.
You got to offer him something different, something this goat lady can't.
Yeah. Pigs.
That's different. different. It's not romantic, but it's different.
Yeah, pigs. That's what I can offer him. See, Dad used to have pigs, and Stan loves them.
Well, it wasn't exactly what I had in mind.
Oh, gee, Deborah, you've practically solved my problem. I'll make the arrangements tonight, and I'll post this on my way home. Oh, thanks again, dear.
Oh, that's all right, Betty, but really what I had in mind was a dirty weekend.
Oh, yeah, well, that's what I got in mind, too. I mean, it's obvious you haven't been around pigs.
Hi, kids. Jenny in bed? Good.
Dad, what do you mean by coming home at this hour?
Deborah, it's only 8:30.
Boy, you're a fast operator, Mr. Kelly. Dinner at 7, home by 8:30.
Dad, you can stand here and tell me exactly what went on tonight, please.
All right. I had dinner with Jeanette.
And? You can't speak freely in front of Nudge.
Oh, I'm not watching and I'm not listening.
Oh, Deborah, you're being ridiculous. All we did was have dinner and discuss the plans I've drawn up. That's all.
That's all? Then how come you had to have dinner at her place then, Just tell me that.
Because I had to measure her house to make sure my plans fit. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, likely story. Why couldn't you measure her house here?
Shut up, Nudge.
Shut up, Nudge.
Now, are you happy?
But I thought you were...
Yes, I know you did, but I wasn't. Okay?
Simon, what are you doing at home? It's only 8:32 and 26 seconds.
Oh, you've been watching your clock.
No.
So, what happened to the big night?
Well, somebody came between me and Melanie.
Yeah, tell me who he is, Simon. I'll do him for you.
It was you, Nudge.
Me?
Oh, I just couldn't relax with Melanie, knowing that you were studying for your exam. I let you down. I'm supposed to be your best mate, and I let you down.
Oh, you came back, mate.
Yeah. Come on, we got some studying to do.
Simon?
Yeah?
What'd you do with Melanie?
Oh, she turned out to be a real big disappointment, Deb. I mean, after all the effort Nudge and I put into getting the V-dub on the road, guess what? She flatly refused to push.
Morning, everyone.
Ah, g'day, mate. All ready for the big exam?
I've already done it.
Well, it's only 8:30 and 29 seconds.
Oh, well, we start early at the golf course, us professionals.
So you reckon you did all right?
I reckon, yeah. Thanks to you, mate, they were the easiest questions.
Oh, so you reckon you passed?
Oh, the questions were dead easy. It was the answers that were hard. Still passed.
Good morning, everyone. Mind if I come in?
No, not at all. Come on in. What a pleasant surprise.
Oh, I made a few notes, and I wondered if I could discuss them with you before you start work.
Yeah, sure. Come on through to the office.
Well, they're at it early.
Oh, Simon, don't be juvenile. There's absolutely nothing going on between those two. It's strictly business.
Good morning, everyone. Isn't it a lovely day?
Oh, looks like something's taken a turn for the better.
You can say that again. I finally found out what was going on between Stan and Gloria. It was all strictly business.
There's a familiar ring to it.
So what was going on?
Well, see, Stan wanted to cross one of his cows with one of her goats.
Really? What was they trying to get?
An Angora Jersey, of course.
It's so exciting, Martin. I only came to see you yesterday morning, and here we are with detailed plans. It's a reality.
And it's under your budget.
That's even better.
And I've spoken to my clients, and they're only too happy for you to do their interior decorating.
That's all too much. It's happening too fast. What's funny?
Oh, it's just that Deborah thought something was going on between us.
She did? What gave her that idea?
Oh, well, she's just a bit overprotective, you know.
Daughters can be a bit like that.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, where were we? Jeanette,
Yes, Martin.
we must never, ever let that happen again. Today. show is recorded in front of a live audience. Hey Dad is a Gary Riley production for the Australian Television Network. Simon, how are those windows coming?
You keep going, Nudge. I'm going to talk to the client. Now, Dad.
What do you mean, client? I'm not a client, I'm a parent.
Oh, business is business, Dad. Sorry about that.
Just a minute, you didn't say anything about me paying you for this when you offered to clean the windows?
Of course not, Dad. That's bad business practice.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, if you knew you had to pay for it, you never would have agreed to it.
Anyway, Mr. Kelly, don't worry. Simon will be charging you his special friends and family rate.
Oh, right. What's that?
He allows you 40%.
Oh, 40% off. That's not bad.
No, he adds 40% on. Oh, it's a real clever idea, Mr. Kelly. You see, Simon figures that family and friends would assume he was charging them less.
Is that so?
Dad, I don't know where he got that idea.
And they wouldn't bother going out getting another quote, so that way Simon could charge like a wounded buffalo.
Oh, come on, Dad. You don't believe I'd do a thing like that? You know what a great kid a Nudge is.
Simon, I don't know how you've got the nerve to charge me for anything, let alone adding on 40% for a family discount.
Look, Dad, I'm a professional. This is what I do for a living. Besides, there is a precedent for this sort of thing.
Oh, yeah? And who created that?
You did. Remember when I was 5, you charged me 15 cents to design a cubby house for me?
Oh, well, that was different. I mean, you got the benefit of professional advice on construction appearance and safety. It took me years to learn that stuff at university.
Well, we weren't exactly building the Sydney Opera House. All you did was throw a blanket over the kitchen table.
Well, 15 cents wasn't much.
Well, it is when you're 5. It was all my tooth fairy money.
Well, you were lucky you had a loose tooth at the time, weren't you?
Well, I didn't. I had to knock one out to get the money.
You knocked out a tooth? Which one?
This one back here, Mr. Kelly.
Do you think you could get on with cleaning the windows?
Well, they're all done.
No. The glass in the front door still needs cleaning.
Oh, yeah, well, in that case, mate, I'll need some more red and blue soap.
Well, it's in the other bucket outside.
Red and blue soap? What do you want about,
That's
Nudge?
just my gimmick, Dad. Coloured soap.
Coloured soap?
Yeah, especially designed for stained glass windows. You take ordinary soap, melt it down, and then you add some food colouring to it.
And it tastes a lot better that way, too.
Morning, everyone. When's breakfast?
Tomorrow.
I missed it again?
Not even close.
Deborah, it's 11:30. What time do you call that to be getting up?
11:30? I'll kill Jenny. She's been mucking around with my alarm clock again.
Hey, listen, don't blame her because you got up late.
What do you mean late? I thought it was 12:30. Have you brought the paper in yet?
Well, not me. The paper boy was late too.
I'll get it.
Oh, Debbie, I'm sorry I didn't see you there.
Thanks, Nudge. I needed that. She's quite delicious.
You know, Simon, I really enjoyed cleaning those windows before.
Well, I enjoyed getting paid for it, but I can't say I like the actual work.
Well, you know, working with you today was like old times.
Yeah.
Because we're mates.
Yeah.
Because we're pals.
That's right.
And we're good buddies.
You got it.
And we're like...
Nudge, do that one more time and you won't be a good buddy, you'll be a dead body.
Just a minute, what's going on here?
Oh, Batman and Robin are just pledging their eternal friendship.
Oh. All right, well, just settle down, will you? I've got something I want to tell you all. Is Jenny around anywhere?
I'm in here, Dad.
Oh, good. Right. Well, it looks like we're going to have a visitor come and stay. Won't that be nice?
Oh, I don't know. Who is it?
Well, it's someone that we haven't seen for a long, long time. Guess who?
Mel Gibson.
What?
Well, I haven't seen him for a long time. Remember you said I couldn't go and see Lethal Weapon?
No, it's not Mel Gibson.
Oh, rats. Why can't we ever have guests that I want?
No. It's a relative.
Not Grandma.
No, not Grandma.
I know, Uncle Bert.
Who?
My Uncle Bert. I heard he was out on parole, but I didn't know he was going to stay here.
He's not coming here. Why would your Uncle Bert come and stay here?
Well, none of my family will have him. He steals things.
Look, it's not your Uncle Bert, it's not Grandma, and it's not Mel Gibson. It's Elaine.
Who?
Elaine, your cousin, Elaine from the country. You remember her?
Not Bathurst, Elaine.
Yeah.
You mean Fat Elaine, the mega beast?
Boring, Elaine.
Yeah.
Now, hang on, Dad. Let's just make sure we've got this right here. You mean hairy-legged, buck-toothed, wearing spectacles with brown paper over one lens, Elaine? That Elaine?
That's right.
And she's coming here?
Yes.
Oh, wow, I can hardly wait to meet her.
You can't?
No, she sounds like every girl I've ever taken out, all rolled into one.
Betty, have you finished that letter yet?
No, but I've got the hard part done.
Right. What part are you up to?
Dear Clive.
That's it? You've been working on that for an hour and a half and you've only got Dear Clive?
Oh, it's hard. You haven't written to him before.
So what?
So, I haven't had any practice typing Clive. It is not yet ingrained in my finger memory.
I don't believe it.
It is true.
Oh, so that's as far as you're going for now?
Oh, yeah. See, now I've got to wait while the word Clive impresses itself in my finger memory.
What are you doing now?
I am relaxing my memory in my fingers.
Oh, well, while you're at it, why don't you wiggle your big toe and give your brain a treat?
That's a good one, Mr. Kelly. Tell me, are you excited about Cousin Elaine coming to visit?
Yeah, I suppose so. I haven't seen her for years.
Yeah, neither have I.
Oh, that's right. You're related to her, aren't you?
Yeah. Wonder what she's like now.
Oh, God, that's right. I forgot. She's related to you.
Yeah.
Betty, when did you last see her?
Oh, be years and years ago.
Right. She wasn't anything like you when you saw her, was she?
Like me. Mr. Kelly, don't be silly. You know they broke the mould when they made me.
Actually, it's self-destructed.
Hey, Dad, have you got a minute?
Mr. Kelly, your son Simon, oh, and his friend Nudge are here to see you.
Yes, thank you, Betty. Thank you. Yes, come in, Simon.
You may go on through now.
Dad, it's about Cousin Elaine.
Simon, you will make her feel welcome and you'll show her a good time while she's here.
Does that mean we have to take her out?
Exactly. Wherever you go, she has to go along too.
What, you mean like to Nick's barbecue on Friday?
No, shut up.
Yeah, that's a good idea. She can go along to that.
Oh, I wasn't suggesting it.
Oh, Dad, no way. She's not tagging along.
You're right. I agree. She's not tagging along.
Oh, that's a relief.
She's going as your date.
Dad, I've already got a date. I'm taking Linda.
Well, call her and cancel her. You're good at that. Or Nudge can take her.
I like the sound of that.
Forget it. Come on, Dad. You can't be serious.
Nudge, look in my eyes and tell him if I'm serious or not.
He's serious, Simon.
Fine, Miss Wilson. Show these gentlemen out.
Certainly. This way, please.
Nudge, just a minute. What are you doing here? Why aren't you at work?
Well, I'm helping Simon with his window washers business.
Really?
Oh, it's great to be working together again.
Well, what about your real job, Nudge, at the golf course?
Well, I've taken a sickie. I rang them and told them I had dengue fever.
Nudge, dengue fever is almost always fatal.
Yeah? Oh, well, that way I can get another day off for the funeral.
Boy, we got through some work this morning.
Oh, well, we're a good team.
Yeah, we should make it a permanent arrangement.
Oh, you really mean it, Simon? Oh, it'd be great to be working together again.
Yeah, why not? You made more today than you would have at the golf course.
Yeah, and I got my sick pay as well. Hey, that way I could double my income.
Nudge, if you're going to come in with me, you're going to have to resign from the golf course. I mean, you just can't keep telling them that you're sick.
Oh, that's a pity. But I'll do it anyway.
Hang on. Don't you want to think about it?
Okay. I thought about it. I'll do it.
Hello? Yes, this is Wonder Window Washers. Yes, certainly we could fit you in. We've just expanded our expert staff. Can I get some details? Address? Could you get that, mate?
Hi. Have I got the right place?
Hello, God. It's Nudge here. Please, let her have the right place.
I was looking for the Kelly house.
Thank you. Yeah, this is the Kelly household.
Oh, good. And who are you?
Well, I'm Nudge. Who are you?
I'm Elaine.
Cousin Elaine?
Yeah,
From Bathurst?
that's right.
Just wait here a minute, will you, please? Simon.
Just one moment, please.
Yes, Nudge. Simon, could you please just give me a quick rundown of what Cousin Elaine is like? One more time, please.
Sure, fat, hairy-legged, buck-toothed.
Ugly?
Oh, has a hatful.
Thank you. Hey, Simon.
One moment, please. What is it, Nudge?
I'd just like to say, next time you line an ugly bird up for me, you're not going to hear me complain.
Oh, I must say, you've certainly changed a lot since the last time I saw you, Elaine.
Have I? Well, you're pretty much the same, Simon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you still love yourself, don't you?
Isn't she great?
You should have seen these two when they came up to the farm, Nudge.
Yeah, what were they like?
Hopeless. We used to call Simon Simple Simon.
Look, it was a long time ago. I don't think we need to hear all this.
Oh, this is good stuff, mate. Go ahead, Elaine.
Well, the classic was that Simon was terrified of our old milking cow. He thought it was a bull.
Oh, you're kidding.
Look, I was only a little kid then, all right?
Boy, he was such a pillock. Don't call Simon a pillock. If anyone's going to call him a pillock around here, it'll be me.
Oh, thanks, Deb.
You weren't much better.
Yeah, what did Debbie do, Elaine?
Well, she woke up one night and she couldn't see any street lights. So she started screaming that she'd gone blind.
Isn't she great?
Well, I'd never been in the country before. I mean, how was I to know how dark it can get?
Elaine. Oh, look, I'm sorry I couldn't be here when you arrived. I had to go to a meeting. I hope the kids are making you feel welcome.
Yeah, we're getting on fine.
Isn't she great, Mr. Kelly?
Yes, Nudge, I'm sure she is. Jenny, could you go and do your homework, please? You can talk to Elaine later.
But, Dad, I want to hear about Simon being a pillock.
Jenny?
Yes, of course you do, but you can hear about Simon being a pillock after you've done your homework.
Dad?
Oh, rats, this was just starting to get good.
Now, Elaine.
Yes, Martin.
Oh, Uncle Martin, I think.
Oh, do I have to call you that? It just seems so strange with you being as young as you are.
Well, all right, well, let's make it Martin then. Now, Elaine.
Yes, Martin.
Please. Actually, we were expecting you yesterday. What time did your flight arrive?
Oh, I didn't fly. I cashed in the air ticket and got a lift down in the horse float with Bobby and Drongo.
Bobby and Drongo?
Yeah, Bobby's the horse and Drongo's the driver. He's a friend of mine.
Oh, gee, that's a bit of an insult, isn't it, calling your friend Drongo?
If you met him, you'd think it was a compliment.
Oh. Well, if you say so. OK, well, I'll go and get the dinner on. Simon?
You stay.
Have you remembered to ask her?
Ask her what?
Not what, where have you asked her to the barbecue on Friday night?
Come on, Dad.
Do it now.
Elaine.
Yes, son?
There's a barbecue on this Friday. How would you like to go to it with me?
Are you going, Nudge?
Yeah.
No.
No?
No, I'll go with Nudge.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, isn't she great?
We'll do these three this morning and Mrs. Williams this afternoon.
Well, why are you leaving her place till last?
Because the forecast says it's going to be overcast this morning and sunny this afternoon.
So?
So Mrs. Williams sunbakes topless.
Ah.
Okay, Drongo said he might call me today.
It's good to see she can do something useful.
Oh, I think she's great.
Who? No, I'm sorry, I've never heard of them. No, you must have the wrong number.
must be something wrong with your phone. That's the 5th call I've had for those people.
What people?
Some bunch of dills called the Wonder Window Washers. People keep calling, so I keep saying wrong number.
What? You what? Dad! Dad! She has got to go. She has finally gone too far. She has got to go.
I assume, Simon, you are talking about your well-beloved cousin Elaine.
Of course I am.
Whoa, phew, that's a relief.
Why?
Well, I thought he meant me.
Why would you think that?
Well, when anyone ever bursts into a room saying, that's it, she's got to go, she's finally gone too far, they usually do mean me.
All right, come on, tell me, Simon, what has Elaine done?
Dad, she's done nothing but cause trouble. I mean, she started a fight between me and Linda.
Linda, your girlfriend?
Yeah, I told her I couldn't take her to the barbecue because I had to take my fat, hairy-legged, ugly cousin.
So what happened?
Linda saw her.
Ah, yes, that could be a little awkward.
Yeah, and then Elaine refused to go to the barbecue with me anyway. And she says she wants Nudge to take her.
Oh?
And on top of that, she's ruining my business. She's told 5 new clients I've got the wrong number.
Well, I'm sure she didn't mean to.
All right, have you seen the effect she's having on Jenny?
Jenny? What's up with Jenny?
Jenny should be at school, isn't she at school?
No, she's not. You should see her.
Jenny, are you there?
Yes, Dad?
Come in here this minute, please.
Did you want me, Martin?
See?
Never you mind this Martin business. Why aren't you at school?
Because I wanted to stay home with Elaine.
Right, that's it. Go, get changed, put your uniform on, and go to school.
But Dad...
Now.
You're right. I bet you dobbed me in, Simon.
Jenny, it was for your own good.
Elaine's right, Simon. You're a real pikelet.
You see what I mean, Dad? You see what I mean?
Look, Simon, it's not that bad. You know, it's only a slight misunderstanding. I'm sure Elaine will settle down.
Yeah, after all, it's just like when I first came here, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, don't you remember the day I arrived from the country, Mr. Kelly?
Betty, I will never, ever forget the day you arrived. God knows I've tried, but it's seared itself into my memory.
Yeah, well, I know at first you thought I might be just a tiny, tiny bit crazy, didn't you?
Oh, did we think that?
Well, maybe just a little.
Yeah, I knew. You tried to hide it, but I could sense it, like a sheepdog.
Now, Betty...
Mr. Kelly, now don't try and deny it. At first, you thought I might be just a tiny little bit crazy. But now, you know better, don't you?
That was a great barbecue. Thanks for taking me.
I was nothing. Don't mention it. Yes, Elaine, no, Elaine. 3 bags full, Elaine.
I was actually talking to Nudge.
Just so long as you enjoyed yourself.
Look, Simon, I'm sorry I threw your wallet on the barbecue. It was a mistake, honestly.
Of course it was. Well, good night, everybody.
Anyone for coffee? No, thanks. I think I'm for bed too. Good night. Good night, David.
Dad. Oh, I'll have some coffee if you're still making it, Elaine. Elaine?
Yes, Nudge?
You should really take it a little bit easier on Simon. He's really a nice guy.
Yeah, I know that. I just can't resist it. You know, I think people like me are put on Earth for a purpose.
Oh, what for?
Well, to keep people like Simon in check.
Oh, yeah, I suppose so.
Anyway, let's not talk about Simon. Let's talk about you.
What about...
What about me?
You just keep in mind what we talked about tonight.
Oh, that, yeah. Well, I'll think about it.
Good.
Isn't she terrific?
Now, Elaine.
Morning, Dad. Morning, Elaine.
Morning, Simon.
Simon?
I don't want you encouraging Jenny to take any more days off school. Understand?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Martin.
Uncle Martin?
I'm sorry, Uncle Martin.
Oh, I liked it the other way. Made me feel young.
Oh, Dad, it was a hard night. We all aged a lot, all right?
All right.
Hello? Oh, hi, mate. All ready to get to work? Oh, you sure? Oh, yeah, that's all right. No, I don't mind. Yeah, okay, bye. That's funny.
What is it?
That was Nudge. He said he's thought it out and he's decided he's better off at the golf course. He's quit Wonder Window Washers.
Really?
Yeah, I wonder what could have made him decide to do that.
I did.
You did? Dad, I told you she's nothing but trouble. Who asked you to poke your nose into it?
Well, nobody. I just thought if you were a friend of Nudge's, you'd agree.
Agree to what?
Simon, you're not going to stay with his window washing business, are you?
Oh, of course I am. Well, until I start uni next year anyway.
Oh, then what will happen to Nudge?
Well, he'll stay on with the window washing
Well,
business.
it's not exactly a career, is it? But his greenkeeping is, and he loves it. He talked about it all last night, about how he loves his pet tree and about how the plants seem to look up to him when he pours a chook manure on them.
Yeah, well, you'd have to love anyone who smothers you in chook poo, wouldn't you?
You see, that's what he should be doing. Well, this window cleaning thing was a mistake.
She's right, Simon.
I know she's right. I should have thought of it myself.
Well, nobody expects you to think, Simon. You're a pikelet.
Elaine?
I'm sorry, Martin.
Uncle?
I'm sorry, Martin. Uncle.
Anyway, who's going to help me with all the extra work I've taken on? I mean, Nudge won't be able to help me.
Well, I'll give you a hand.
You will.
Sure.
Oh, there you go, Simon. I think you've misjudged your cousin.
Well, you'd do that for me?
Of course not. I'll do it for money.
So I was wrong, so shoot me. The show is recorded in front of a live audience. Hey Dad is a Gary Riley production for the Australian Television Network.